If you have a dachshund, there is something you need to know, something that every owner should understand before it is too late. Your dog's adorable long body, the very thing that makes them look so unique and lovable, is also their greatest vulnerability. And the danger is real. It is happening every single day in living rooms just like yours without any warning at all. Today, we are going to talk about why your dachshund's back is at risk, what causes it, what the warning signs look like, and most importantly, exactly what you can do starting today to protect your dog and give them a long, healthy, pain free life. So stay with me because this information could genuinely save your dachshund. Let's start with the basics. Dachshunds were originally bred in Germany hundreds of years ago to hunt badgers underground. To do that job, they needed a body that could squeeze into narrow tunnels. So, over generations, breeders selected for dogs with very short legs and a very long spine. That shape was perfect for hunting, but it came with a biological cost that we are still dealing with today. The condition is called IVDD. That stands for Intervertebral Disc Disease, and it affects dachshunds more than almost any other breed on the planet. In fact, studies show that up to 25% of all dachshunds will experience some form of IVDD in their lifetime. That is 1 in 4 dogs. And for some bloodlines, the number is even higher. So, what exactly is IVDD? Between every vertebra in your dog's spine, there are small cushions called intervertebral discs. Think of them like little shock absorbers. In a healthy dog, these discs are soft and flexible. They protect the spine and allow the dog to move comfortably. But in dachshunds, a genetic quirk causes these discs to age and harden much faster than normal. The medical term for this is chondrodystrophy. It basically means the discs dry out and calcify too early in life. And once a disc becomes hard and brittle, it cannot do its job anymore. It can bulge, it can rupture, it can press against the spinal cord. And when that happens, the consequences can be devastating. Depending on how severe the disc problem is, a dachshund can experience anything from mild back pain all the way to complete paralysis of the hind legs. And it can happen gradually over time or it can happen suddenly, almost overnight. One day, your dog is running around normally. The next morning, they cannot stand up. This is why IVDD is such a feared condition among dachshund owners, because it can change everything in an instant. Now, before we talk about prevention, let's talk about the warning signs, because many owners miss the early signals, and catching this condition early makes a massive difference in outcome. The first thing to watch for is a change in your dog's posture. If your dachshund starts walking with a hunched back, or their head seems lower than usual, that is a sign of pain. A healthy dachshund walks with their head up and their spine relaxed. Any unusual curving or arching of the back deserves your immediate attention. The second warning sign is reluctance to move. If your dog suddenly does not want to jump, climb stairs, or even walk around the house, do not assume they are just being lazy. Dachshunds are naturally energetic and curious. If yours is suddenly still and withdrawn, pain is likely the reason. The third sign is crying or whimpering, especially when you pick them up, pet their back, or when they try to move. Some dogs will shiver or tremble without any obvious reason. This can be a sign of neurological discomfort. The fourth warning sign is weakness or wobbling in the back legs. You might notice your dog stumbling, dragging their paws slightly or losing their balance. This is a serious sign that the spinal cord may already be under pressure. If you see this, do not wait. Get to a veterinarian as quickly as possible. The fifth sign is loss of bladder or bowel control. This is one of the most advanced signs of spinal cord compression. If your dachshund is having accidents they cannot control, combined with any of the other symptoms, this is a medical emergency and you need to act immediately. Now, here's the critical thing about these warning signs. The sooner you catch them and seek treatment, the better the outcome for your dog. Dogs who receive treatment in the early stages of IVDD have much higher recovery rates than those who are treated after paralysis has already set in. Time is genuinely one of the most important factors in this condition. So let's get into what you can do because the good news is there is a lot. You are not powerless here. Daily choices you make for your dachshund have a real impact on their spinal health, and we are going to go through each one. The number one thing you can do to protect your dachshund's back is to manage their weight. This is not just about looks. This is about spinal survival. Every extra pound your dog carries puts additional stress on their intervertebral discs. And because dachshunds are long dogs on short legs, that weight is not distributed the way it would be in a larger breed. It concentrates along the spine. An overweight dachshund is dramatically more likely to experience disc problems than a lean one. So, if your dog is carrying a little extra, talk to your vet about a healthy diet plan and stick to it consistently. Keeping your dachshund at an ideal body weight is probably the single most powerful thing you can do for their long term spinal health. The second thing is to control jumping. This is a big one, and it surprises a lot of owners. Every time your dachshund leaps off the sofa, hops down from a bed, or launches themselves off a chair, the impact travels directly through their spine. For a dog with discs that are already calcifying, this repeated impact is cumulative damage. It adds up over time. The solution is simple but requires consistency. Get ramps or steps for your furniture. Place them next to every surface your dog likes to be on. Train your dog to use them instead of jumping. It takes a little patience at first, but most dachshunds learn very quickly, and the protection it offers is enormous. The third thing is to learn how to pick up your dachshund correctly. This is something many owners get wrong without even realizing it. Never pick up a dachshund by supporting only their front legs or letting their back half dangle in the air. That puts severe torques on the spine. The correct way is to use both hands. Support their chest with one hand and their hindquarters with the other. Keep their spine as level and horizontal as possible. This removes stress from the discs and protects the back during those daily moments of being lifted. The fourth thing is exercise, done the right way. Dachshunds need regular movement to keep their muscles strong, and strong muscles actually support the spine and help protect it. But the type of exercise matters. Gentle, consistent walks on flat ground are excellent. Swimming is one of the best exercises you can offer a dachshund because it builds muscle without any impact. What you want to avoid is rough play, sudden twisting movements, and anything that involves a lot of jumping or sharp stops. Steady, calm activity is what you're aiming for. Short walks daily are far better than one intense burst of exercise on the weekend. The fifth thing is to talk to your veterinarian about spinal screening. Some vets now offer x-rays to check how calcified a dog's discs already are. This can give you an early picture of what you are working with and help you and your vet make a plan. There are also newer preventive treatments and supplements being explored in veterinary medicine, including omega-3 fatty acids, which may support disc health. Ask your vet what options make sense for your specific dog. The sixth thing, and this is something many people never think about, is flooring. Hard, slippery floors are a hidden hazard for dachshunds. When they slip and scramble to regain their footing, they make sudden twisting and jerking movements that are hard on the spine. Adding area rugs, yoga mats, or non-slip runners to the areas where your dog spends the most time can make a genuine difference. It is a small change that reduces the micro stresses that happen throughout the day. Now let's talk about what happens if your dachshund does develop IVDD, because it is important that you are not left in the dark. Treatment options depend on the severity of the case. For milder cases, strict rest combined with anti-inflammatory medication can allow the disc to heal. This means keeping your dog calm and confined for several weeks, which is hard, but necessary. For more severe cases, especially those involving weakness or paralysis, surgery may be recommended. The most common procedure is called a hemilaminectomy, where a veterinary surgeon removes the calcified disc material that is pressing on the spinal cord. When performed early, this surgery has a very high success rate. Many dogs who were partially or fully paralyzed go on to recover full function. But again, timing is everything. The sooner you act, the better. There is also a growing field of rehabilitation therapy for dogs recovering from IVDD. Hydrotherapy, physiotherapy, and targeted exercises can dramatically speed recovery and improve outcomes. If your dog goes through treatment for IVDD, ask your vet about referral to a canine rehabilitation specialist. It can make an incredible difference. Let's take a moment to talk about something that does not get discussed enough, which is the emotional side of this condition. If your dachshund is diagnosed with IVDD, it can be frightening and heartbreaking. You might feel guilt, wondering if you could have done something differently. You might feel overwhelmed by the decisions ahead. That is completely normal. You are not alone. The Dachshund community is full of owners who have been through exactly this, and they will tell you that dogs are remarkably resilient. With the right care and support, many Dachshunds bounce back from IVDD and go on to live full, joyful lives. So do not lose hope. And if you are listening to this and your Dachshund is currently healthy, that is wonderful. That means you have time. You have the chance to make changes right now that could prevent this from ever happening. Start with the ramps, watch the weight, learn to lift correctly, pay attention to the early signs. These are not complicated things. They are small daily habits that add up to years of added protection for your dog. Your Dachshund trusts you completely. They do not know that their beautiful long body carries this risk. They just know that you are there, that they are loved, and that life with you is good. Your job is to make sure it stays that way for as long as possible. Now, if you want to go even deeper than what we covered today, I want to tell you about something that can genuinely change how you raise your Dachshund. I put together a complete guide called the Complete Dachshund Handbook, and you can find the link right in the description below. Here's the thing, if you own a Dachshund or you are planning to get one, you already know they are not like other dogs. They are intelligent, stubborn, emotional, and fiercely loyal. And without the right approach, a lot of owners struggle. Barking that never seems to stop, potty training that takes forever, separation anxiety that breaks your heart, and yes, health issues like the back problems we talked about today. This handbook is your complete step by step guide to raising a well behaved, healthy, and happy Dachshund. Inside, you will discover how to train your Dachshund effectively using simple, proven methods, the fastest way to potty train without the frustration, how to stop excessive barking and unwanted behavior for good, proper feeding and nutrition to prevent obesity and protect that spine, exactly how to protect your dog from IVDD, daily routines that create calm, confident, and obedient behavior, and practical tips for building a strong, lifelong bond with your dog. This is not just theory, it is a real world guide designed for results. Whether you are a first time owner or you are struggling with your Dachshund's behavior right now, this handbook gives you the tools, the structure, and the confidence you need to succeed. Because you are not just raising a dog, you are building a relationship that will last a lifetime. Start today and give your Dachshund the life they truly deserve. The link is in the description. If this video helped you, please share it with another Dachshund owner. Because the more we talk about IVDD, the more dogs we can protect. And if you have questions, or you have been through this with your own dog, drop a comment below. This community is here for each other. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.